Hello and welcome back to We Talk Boxing. And today I will be discussing Dillian Whyte and what's next for him in terms of an opponent and hopefully when he's looking to be out next. Now, before I continue, please subscribe, like, comment, and share for more boxing related content. And also, sorry about the echoey background in today's video. So, in recent times, the last couple of weeks or so, Dillian Whyte has been very active on social media in terms of his posts as well as doing quite a few interviews as well. And and he's potentially going to be announcing his next fight in the next couple of days or so, according to one of his recent interviews. And has also said in some of these interviews that he would relish an opportunity to fight Anthony Joshua for a second time, hopefully in the near future as well. Now, obviously, Dillian, he hasn't fought since April, where he suffered a six-round TKO loss against Tyson Fury. Do you know what I mean? And since that defeat, Dillian, is has been in the public, talking about the loss, and how it was a slightly premature stoppage, and even claiming at times that he was pushed in the lead up to the fight being stopped as well. So he's had all this, back and forth, through social media, etc., saying that he deserves a rematch, for those issues. He's also stated that he would like a rematch with Tyson Fury, and that's depending if Tyson Fury would give him the opportunity in the rematch, which can't really see that happening, to be fair. I don't think that, obviously, Tyson Fury has got many fights left in the bank. Now, looking at the rankings, Dillian is currently ranked in 3 of the 4 organisations. He's currently number 11 with the IBF and number 7 with the WBC and number 4 with the WBA, and also ranked in the Ring magazines as well, where he's number 5. So he's ranked quite highly, in all the governing bodies, But for me, the option that he should potentially try and pursue is the WBA rankings, Because, you know what I mean? As it's pretty much been suggested that there's been a potential, there's been talk about a possibility of him fighting Daniel Dubois, because, Daniel Dubois has recently won the WBA regular title, do you know what I mean? And he's currently looking for an opponent as well because, the other guys who are ranked above Dillian Whyte, because Dillian Whyte's ranked number 4, in the WBA. The other guys, like Michael Hunter, is ranked number 1, and he's got a fight lined up with the number 3 seed in that ranking. Which is Hughie Fury. So them two are going to square off and fight as well. And obviously the number 2, who is Robert Helenius, he's fighting next month against Deontay Wilder. So the top 3 are tied up. Do you know what I mean? And the regular champion is obviously Dubois. Do you know what I mean? He hasn't got anyone lined up at the minute, but obviously the main champion, Usyk, he's, potentially talking about fighting, obviously, Tyson Fury, or maybe a third fight, potentially, if the governing bodies will allow that with AJ. So, So for me, the best route for Dillian to try and pursue a fight with will be Daniel Dubois. Do you know what I mean? Now, Obviously, ideally, I like the sound of that, but for me, it's a very, very tough fight for Dillian to come back into after his TKO loss. Do you know what I mean? Whereas Dubois, he's coming off a KO win against Trevor Bryant. So he's full of confidence now. Do you know what I mean? But for me, I feel as if it can be made, brilliant. I'll sit down and watch it, and I'll be very entertained because I think it could be a good fight. But I just think it's, too much of a tough fight. For his first one back. Do you know what I mean? However, I feel as if Dillian's team, feel as if he needs maybe slightly an easier opponent or an alternative opponent. There's other options, in the WBA ranking. You've got Trevor Bryant, or maybe Lucas Brown, who are slightly easier fights, He's already fought Lucas Brown, so that could just be like a rematch, really, between both of them. Whereas if he needs like maybe a bigger name or possibly slightly harder fight, there's an opportunity between Martin Bakole as well as Jarrell Miller, who are good opponents, good names to have on the record, but potentially won't really cause him that much harm, depending on what Dillian turns up. And the latter names, as I said, would be very good opposition, but also be very good on his CV, whilst it would give him the opportunity to rebuild his confidence and ring sharpness as well. But anyway, I don't want to long this video out too much. So you guys let me know in the comments below. You know what I mean? Who would you like Dillian to fight next? And what organisations you think he should go down? You know what I mean? The WBA, WBC, you know what I mean? IBF. Do you know what I mean? Let me know in the comments below, and hopefully, as always, please like, subscribe, comment and share for more boxing related content. Bless.